At any rate, Miss Baker's lips fluttered. She nodded at me almost imperceptibly, and then quickly tipped her head back again. The object she was balancing had obviously tottered a little and given her something of a fright. Again a subtle, full apology arose to my lips. Almost any exhibition of complete self-sufficiency just a stunned tribute from me. I looked back at my cousin, who began to ask me questions in her low, thrilling voice. It was a kind of voice that the ear flows up and down as if each speech is an arrangement of notes that will never be played again. Her face was bright and lovely with bright things in it, bright eyes and a bright, passionate mouth, but there was an excitement in her voice that men who had cared for her found difficult to forget. A singing compunction, a whispered "Listen," a promise that she had done gay, exciting things just a while since, and then there were gay, exciting things hovering in the next hour. I told her how I had stopped off in Chicago for a day on my way east, and how a dozen people had sent their love through me. "Do they miss me?" she cried ecstatically. "The whole town is desolate. All the cars have the left rear wheel painted black as a mourning wreath, and there's a persistent wail all night along the North Shore. How gorgeous! Let's go back, Tom, tomorrow." Then she added relevantly, "You ought to see the baby. I'd like to. She's asleep. She's 2 years ago. Haven't you ever seen her?" "Never." "Well, you ought to see her. She's—" Tom Putchingham, who had been hovering restlessly about the room, stopped and rested his hand on my shoulder. "What you doing, Nick?" "I'm a bondman." "Who with?" I told him. "Never heard of them," he remarked decisively. This annoyed me. "You will," I answered shortly. "You will if you stay in the East." "Oh, I'll stay in the East. Don't you worry," he said, glancing at Daisy and then back at me, as if he were alert for something more. "I'd be a goddamned fool to live anywhere else." At this point Miss Baker said, "Absolutely," with such suddenness that I started. It was the first word she uttered since I came into the room.